Assalamualaikum and welcome to Night News. My name is Nur Fatini. For today's story, we will be talking about European Union ban on palm oil as biodiesel. In March 2019, the European Union had announced that it will be phasing out palm oil in biodiesel by 2030. The EU has claimed that its cultivation may accelerate deforestation and global warming. An EU policy called Renewable Energy Directive 2, or also known as RED II, classifies palm oil as a product that raises its greenhouse gas emission to unacceptable levels. These claims, however, had been proven wrong by multiple studies, as such as a study held by University of Bath. Unfortunately, the ban still held and has affected many Malaysian farmers, especially smallholder farmers, which 40% are responsible for palm oil production. Since Malaysia had exported more than 37,900 tonnes of biodiesel, the ban had greatly affected Malaysia's economy. However, the Malaysian government has implemented a few solutions to overcome these economic problems. Now, to the next segment.
Thank you Fatini for the great introduction. Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syahmi bin Saipo Bahari, and right now I will explain about the impact to the Malaysia because of this palm oil boycott. So basically, as we already know, palm oil is one of the most contributor to Malaysia income. When Europe decided to ban palm oil from coming to their country, many people were really affected by it, including the small farmer. The small farmers are really important because they help to sustain a Malaysia income and economy. So when they can no longer send their palm oil to Europe, most of them will lose their sources of income and become unemployed. This will lead to a serious problem. So the government must take a really serious action to help these innocent people to keep on living, and they must make a strategic way to solve this problem. That's all from my part. Now I will pass it to Amar for the next one. Thank you.
Now my part is the anti-palm oil campaign by the EU create a negative perception. Registration and anti-palm oil campaigns by the European Union (EU) on Malaysian palm oil over the past 2 years have had an impact and create a negative perception, especially among consumers. Minister of Plantation, Datuk Zuraida Kamarudin said the government will continue to monitor any latest development in legislation or other regulation being enacted by the EU that are seen to affect the country's palm oil industry. At this point, the government is always committed and will take appropriate action in defending the country's palm oil industry, which has contributed a lot to socio-economic development of the country, especially to smallholder. Furthermore, of the total, India was the largest importer with 1.90 million tonnes, was 8.03 million, followed by China with 1.09 million tonnes, 3.77 million, and the European Union with 0.9 million produced 13.1 million tonnes of crude palm oil the period from January to September 2021, with total stocks at 1.7 million tonnes in September 2021. Next part is social and environmental oil palm effect plantation in Malaysia. Palm oil production has long been linked with reports of tropical deforestation, biodiversity loss, water population, and customary land violation. In the past, Malaysia was among the 15 countries with excessive annual deforestation rates as much as 35. Just in terms of impact in the logging of forest in Sabah, it has given many impacts and also adverse effects on the country economics, situation, and especially on the sustainability of nature itself. The government needs to focus and also be concerned about the current situation as well as solve the problem first at the time that caused the economic sector to be affected. Among the measures that can be done by the government is to limit the deforestation process that we can see happening in the Sabah. The effect is very high and risky because it can threaten the country's economic resources. Thank you. I will pass to Izwan.
Thank you Amar Farouk and Syahmi for the previous segment. Now, I will proceed the news with the next segment, which is solution part. Malaysia faces the same problem as Indonesia does. Both countries were blamed for deforestation by European countries as they banned the palm oil. Accusing Malaysia of deforestation illegally is totally wrong. Europe does not have any clear evidence to accuse Malaysia of this matter. By right, Malaysia needs to overcome this issue as soon as possible. Malaysia needs to prove that Europe is totally wrong. Instead of doing something useless like banning product from Europe as a revenge, it is better for a great country like Malaysia to find a solution and prove the truth. We do have a better suggestions for the government in order for them to overcome this matter. Our suggestion is that Malaysia needs to send a representative to the international level such as ASEAN level and United Nations level to voice out the truth about the propaganda brought by the Europe countries that says deforestation occurs in Malaysia because of palm oil activity. Statistically, deforestation occurs in Malaysia because of illegal logging. Palm oil is listed as the number 5 among the causes of deforestation in Malaysia. Large-scale commercial plantations such as palm oil do not affect the environment at all. Europe should not accuse palm oil of deforestation. Yes, in order of the government to open the palm oil plantation, they need to do deforestation. But deforestation because of palm oil plantation is not a big deal to the environment. In fact, palm oil can still produce oxygen for the air and better from the other forests. Now, I will pass the microphone to Hana Natasha to proceed this segment. Thank you.
Thank you, Izan, for the point. Next, we move to try to penetrate new market in other country. Malaysia palm oil industry can start focusing on Venezuela country as their target market because of the potential that Malaysia has, which is the highest producer of palm oil. That will be the best chance for Malaysia to dominate the Venezuela market with having diplomatic relation with Venezuela. This also gives Malaysia the opportunity to develop oil palm estate in Venezuela. Other than that, India also will become the best country for Malaysia to provide palm oil. With this export of Malaysia palm oil to India, Malaysia palm oil will manage to climb to 2.42 million tons in a year. Moreover, palm oil has become the main oil and fat product that is being imported and consumed in the India market. India is the major of Malaysian palm oil export destination. Like all that, this proves that focusing on different target market also can make Malaysia palm oil industry control different country palm oil industry. Next is build a cooperation with Indonesia to create a hybrid product. Indonesia is known as the world top producer and exporter of palm oil. The country produces more than 30 million tons of palm oil per year and giving employment to 3 million people. Since Indonesia seems to be the largest palm oil producer, Malaysia can build a cooperation with Indonesia to create a hybrid product. It's a great opportunity to build a relation with Indonesia to improve Malaysia palm oil industry. When Malaysia starts to cooperate with Indonesia, it will also improve the quality of work produced. For example, the Malaysian palm oil industry recruit Indonesia employees from the Indonesia palm oil industry that already been trained in Malaysia to work in Malaysia. And this also will improve the production management in Malaysia, being the best palm oil industry following Indonesia. However, to build this cooperation with Indonesia palm oil industry, Malaysia government has to make a deal with the Indonesia government to make sure the Indonesia palm oil industry will help up to provide the skill and idea production to help Malaysia achieve a common goal. For example, to create a hybrid product working collaboratively helps to improve productivity and give employees a sense of purpose in the organization.
Guys, my name is Dana Elisha Yusuf binti Mama Yusuf. So I'm going to present my part, which is the effectiveness of the solution. So deforestation is the cutting or removal of forest cover or tree plantation to make room for agricultural, industrial or urban use. It necessitates the permanent removal of forest cover to make the area available for residential, commercial or industrial usage. In this case, Malaysian and Indonesian forests are being cleared up to make way for this palm oil plantation. It also has the greatest rate of deforestation among large countries that are losing forest cover. This is due to the fact that the palm oil industry is a powerful political force in that country. So the solution to this matter is to send Malaysia volunteers to United Nations to have a discussion with them about this matter, about this issue. This strategy guarantees that activities work with people who are most immediately affected, which should always be a priority.
As we all know, Europe has declared a boycott of our palm oil. The Ministry of Plantation Industry and Communities can find new market in other countries to export Malaysian palm oil as a solution to this problem. When Malaysia established diplomatic relations with Venezuela, the success of the solution in trying to break into new market in other countries may be witnessed. According to my study, Venezuela is looking for Malaysian investors to share their experience with other plantation enterprises and to develop palm oil estate over there too. Other than Venezuela, we also choose to import our palm oil to India since India is the largest world importer of vegetable oil. Based on data released by the Solvent Extractor Association of India, India bought 1.68 million empty crab palm oil from Malaysia this year. As the result of collaboration with Indonesia hybrid product, we will have a higher quality palm oil product and also we were able to exchange technologies with Indonesia.
Okay, as an example, we can construct more or upgrade to a better quality machinery in order to extract palm oil plantations, such as sterilizer, digester, stripper machines, nut fiber spreaders, and so on. A variety of procedures involved in this production of palm oil, and each station of palm oil mill employs a unique set of procedures and machinery that can produce high quality palm oil product. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Thank you, Wani and Daniel, for the clear explanation of the effectiveness. Now I will continue for the conclusion and recommendation about palm oil issue. We suggest that the Malaysian government consider strategy and measure to strengthen palm oil price so that the economy can grow. Existing measures, especially for China, India, Pakistan, and United States, as well as promoting palm oil product more aggressively to penetrate new markets such as in Africa, increase research and development (R&D) activities in the production of new products as well as add value to commodity downstream products, improve better market access through bilateral free trade agreement (FTA) negotiation and multilateral or regional negotiation. In addition, to reduce the level of total dependence on oil palm product, the ministry strongly encourages smallholders to implement crop integration. This method is practiced systematically. Apart from providing additional income to oil palm smallholders, it can also reduce to the country's dependence on food import from abroad. Next, the government should also ask IPG to participate to take the necessary steps to ensure IPG is implemented effectively, such as obtaining cooperation and assistance from leases, and village heads to collect and send smallholder IPG claim for form to be Malaysia Rubber Board MRB office nearby. Therefore, smallholder can submit claim form to their respective licenses or village heads. Apart from that, MRB officer also have to go down to the field to the focus location as recommended by the village head to take the IPG claim form from the smallholders. Among the focus, the location is the whole of village community management council (MPKK), surau or mosque, district office, and district office nearby. Therefore, smallholder can submit the form to the location on the stipulated date and time. Thank you.
That is all for Night News. Make sure to come back for our next segment for more stories from reliable sources. I am Wonder Fatini. Thank you and good night.